I think it's fantastic. I'm really glad they've moved away from, the vibrator wands that they had before. Let's face it. Welcome to Gamebox Daily. I'm Dom.
And I'm Sippy. While many of us are still waiting to get into the next generation of console gaming, console makers are continuing to innovate without us. Sometimes these innovations are in ways that aren't well received, sometimes they do things few people care about, other times they appear to be knockoffs of other people's work. Sony is somehow doing several of these all at the same time.
We, of course, are referring to PlayStation VR. The previous generations of the peripherals looked like knockoffs of the Wiimotes, but somehow more phallic. The headpiece was very well received, however. Many thought Sony's PSVR helmet was the most comfortable of VR rigs on the market at the time. Of course, most notably was the PSVR, which was the most affordable of the VR rigs on the market.
Today, PlayStation have shown off the newest portion of the PSVR family of devices. While they spoke of a new incoming VR headset, today they focused solely on the controllers. Those who are familiar with VR tech in recent years were quick to note that the look seemed to be a merger of the Oculus Quest 2, the Steam Index, and the DualShock 5. This would not be very far off.
PlayStation stated that the new controllers will have haptic feedback and pressure sensing triggers, similar to the new DualShock. The triangle, circle, square and X buttons are split between the two controllers. PlayStation further said that the controllers will track finger touch without button presses, similar to what both Oculus and Steam have integrated into their controllers.
The button placement seems to be fairly natural as well. Sony have placed the shoulder buttons L1, L2, R1, and R2 as a grip and trigger pair. The grip appears to be on the palm of the controller so that users can grip items with a natural feel. The trigger button is where one would expect it to rest, just at the controller's edge where the pointer finger would naturally rest.
More good news for keeping that game room clutter is that controllers will be tracked by the headpiece. While this new headpiece can be noted as being absent, it is also supposed to track all movements and inputs of the controllers without the requirement of additional cameras.
Sony has plenty of time to slowly roll out these tech displays. While they are currently showing off the new controllers, they have confirmed that the PSVR2 will not release in 2021. This will give them another full year or more to continue developing the tech and showing off bits and pieces. Also, it'll allow more time for consumers to adopt the new infrastructure in PS5 whenever they become available, if scalpers don't get them first.
While we're talking about Sony, let's talk about their other recent announcement. They are introducing the Play at Home initiative. If you are unfamiliar, the Play at Home initiative was first introduced last year as the pandemic worsened as a way to encourage folks to socially distance. They encouraged this by giving away free games.
They're bringing it back with a new roster of games. First up is Ratchet & Clank 2016 Remake, which any PlayStation user can go get right now through March 31st. Starting on the 25th of March, users will get an additional 9 games that they can download. To clarify, this is free for all users, not just those with PlayStation Plus.
Doing a quick rundown of the games that will be on offer, users can get Abzu, Enter the Gungeon, Res Infinite, Subnautica, The Witness, Astrobot Rescue Mission, Moss, Thumper, and Paper Beast. A few of those are VR titles, but it's free, so why not?
Finally, and this is the big one, starting on April 19th, users will be able to get Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition for free. Personally, I love this game. I have yet to play the DLC, but you can bet that I will be downloading it as soon as it becomes available. I have recommended it to literally everybody who will listen. It's nice that Sony is bringing back the initiative, and with force, but is it enough to keep you indoors for another few months? All right, so picking up where we left off with the Play at Home initiative, I'm actually like super stoked about this one, because like last year when they did it, I missed out on it, but I'm not too upset about it. They only released 2 games, both of which I owned through PlayStation Plus. I've played and beaten and have no intention of going back, and that was the Uncharted series in its entirety and I believe Journey. So like they're coming back, and they're coming back hard with this initiative, and it's a good thing too, because like while inoculations are available and stuff like that, like it's not like that magically makes this shit go away. So still have a few more months where we might need to distance ourselves, and staying at home is a good way to do that.
So So not to be the pessimist here, and I feel I'm like, oh, Dom's gonna say something, boo. But Sony, Mr. Moneybags, like they've got tons and tons of amazing games in there, and it looks like they've gone just like, oi Larry, pick us up a few hundred copies of Humble Bundle and put it on the PlayStation website. It's like, oh Jim, that's a great idea. Yeah, the kids love it. Oh yeah, for initiative. Whoa, we're the good guys again. It's like, come on guys, fucking you. These are all like super. All of these have been on Humble Bundle. I'm not saying that Humble Bundle is bad or anything, but I thought they would have some more meatier titles on there. Come on, like you've got a huge catalogue, and they're like just third-party indie titles, like Paper Dungeon or whatever. I mean, it's a fantastic title, but I mean, I only played it because I got given a free key for it. I'll just say it.
Well. So you say that, and two of the titles, while it's like the front end and back end of it, two of the titles are first party titles, more or less. Ratchet and Clank 2016 remake, it's okay from what I heard. It's not as good as the original. But it's like it was kind of sort of a movie tie-in for the Ratchet and Clank movie nobody fucking watched.
Yeah.
But Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition, like,
I mean,
you can't really.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, that is a big one. Maybe that's why I've done it. But nonetheless, but I want to move on to the juicy bit. I want to talk about the PSVR2. Like, I think it's fantastic. I'm really glad they've moved away from the vibrator wands that they had before. Let's face it. I was like, hang on, where's my VR sensor? It's like, oh, your mother's taken it into the bedroom by mistake. It's like, oh no. But anyway, the ones, they were very gimmicky. It was cheap. I thought the headset looked really good. These ones, again, I think it's going to be comfortable, but please explain to me what this big fucking ring around your wrist is for.
So that's like the sensor, and like that's why I wrote in there that it's kind of like taking the Oculus and Valve ideas at the same time, because the Valve does a thing on the side of the hands, like that, and the Oculus one does a thing over the top of the hands.
Okay.
And the PlayStation VR thing just does like this whole big, like, we're going to do it both ways. You're going to look like you're carrying one of those like freaking rapiers from medieval times.
Yeah. I mean, totally. I thought it was like so that you could like find a bear and put its paws into it. It's just like they look, or so you just can't lose them because they they look like you might, but I like the fact that they're kind of keeping that controller design, just like someone's literally just snapped a controller in two and put a ring around it, and you've got the the buttons either side, and they've obviously listened, they've learned. I think that's brilliant for Sony. I think this will be a big piece. I mean, at the moment, looking at Sony versus Microsoft, and I know everyone's like, no, we mustn't say they're versus each other, but they're companies competing for our big fat cash wads, right? This is a good thing. And Microsoft, they started off as like, oh, Microsoft, we don't seem to have any exclusives. And they're like, it's fine, we don't need exclusives because we own every single franchise in the world and we're just putting them on our Game Pass. And it's just like, oh, okay then, Microsoft. And we got PlayStation like, well, better release our rapier VR. On guard, Microsoft.
Like, that's a thing that, I don't get what Microsoft's long game is, because I don't need to buy the next Xbox at all. Like, I actually get why Sony has yet to do a Game Pass-like thing. Like, they have PlayStation Now, but they won't put anything new on it. I get it, because I still need to go get a piece of tech to play a bunch of games. Whereas, like, Xbox, I don't, and I haven't. So who's won this round of console wars? I don't fucking know, because I want to buy a piece of tech from the people from PlayStation who definitely have more exclusives and definitely sold more units, but I don't even need to buy a unit, and I can play the games that Xbox will put out. like the day they come out.
Oh
They
yeah,
might make my computers explode though. So there's that.
yeah. Microsoft are going for. They're trying to become platform or become platform independent. So you play it on your PC, you can play it on your Xbox or whatever. If you don't want to own a PC, you can buy an affordable console from a range of series, not just one. Which I think is absolutely fantastic. And you also know you don't see any titles really come out going using the power of the Xbox, but you see lots of PS5s going using the full extreme graphic awesomeness of the PS5 coming soon. And that's how they've got you by the balls. Like there's the Nintendo, like they've obviously learned from Nintendo, because Nintendo are like, yeah, you want to play Mario, do you? Well, you've got to buy a Switch. And, you like Metroid? Well, fuck you. Well, you'll have to buy a Switch and wait. Ooh, shots fired. Sony the same. They're like, oh, you like Final Fantasy, do you? You like big fantasy games. You like beautiful cities and Ratchet and Clank occasionally. Well, you've got to buy our console, and you've got to spend 50 quid a game, if not more.
Yeah.
And, you feel like, but Sony, Microsoft, and they're like, fuck you. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So,
hey, maybe with this new VR stuff, though, we'll get a superhero game that doesn't suck.
Yeah.
Because the Batman VR that Sony did, the Arkham VR thing that they did, was shit. Mm. And they've come leaps and bounds with the Spider-Man property, so give me awesome fucking Spider-Man on VR.
I'm gonna say this though, until VR is super affordable, VR is essentially the Xbox Kinect. They're Kinect equivalent devices. Every generation console has something gimmicky, and VR is it. They're still
Kinect.
This developing VR games is still not. It's just not there yet. There's still it's making waves and it's doing good, but we aren't fully there. When I get home, I'm not like, oh, I can't wait to put on my headset and swing from trees with Sippy in the evening. It's like, no, I just wanna
yeah, because we definitely can afford freaking Oculus setup.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, that's the
other piece.
But anyway, VR, I think we'll see leaps and bounds as it goes on. But any final thoughts?
No, I mean, I'm excited that they're moving forward with it, because that shows that it's a little bit more than just that gimmick. They graduated from the PlayStation Move to PSVR and now PSVR2. Xbox did, here's a Kinect with voice control. Never fucking mind.
Yeah. No, okay.
That was their progression. Sony is sticking with it, and they're going in a good direction, and so good on them.
Yeah, fair play. All right. Well, anyway, thank you for watching. This has been Gamebox Daily. We'll be back with more news in the future, and let us know what you think of all these stories in the comments below. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, and you want more news and updates, then hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.
Ring the bell.